3-4 years from now for this phone to still get software updates. So I guess we'll see what happens, but that kind of covers it up there. Now let's go and do a speed comparison between both these phones. The Google Pixel 8 has that Tensor G3 chipset inside with 8 gigabytes of RAM, where the Google Pixel 7 has a Tensor G2 chipset inside with 8 gigabytes of RAM as well. I keep getting my numbers mixed up. So let's go and see how both of them compare. Okay, there we go. All the apps are cleared on the background. Pixel 7 is here, 8 is here. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. About the same thing, camera 3, 2, 1. Okay, a few different pop-ups. I don't know why I keep getting that pop-up considering I've already used the camera here. I've got these two, Play Store 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of the same thing. I also didn't really notice, like when I'm scrolling through side by side, 90 hertz versus 120 hertz, I think maybe the Pixel 8's display needs to be changed a little bit, but actually no, there is actually a slight difference. It's specifically in the Play Store that just doesn't look that nice. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. Now this game and games forwarding are just going to be like, whatever. I don't think there's going to be a big massive difference between these two. But as you can see, the Pixel 7 actually came into this one a little faster. That's typically what I've seen with most new Pixels, is that the one generation before it is usually faster, and then the ones before kind of get a little bit, the Pixel 8 or the newer ones get a little faster from there. And I think that's because this phone just needs to be optimized a little bit more. So throughout time, the next couple of days, the next couple of months, weeks, we're probably going to see big, massive changes to the Pixel 8. And in terms of the speed in particular, I've noticed that since Tensor G1 on the Pixel 6, Google's had to go through and kind of optimize the chipset a little bit more each time. So hopefully this one ends up being noticeably faster. So far, it's been kind of the same thing. Netflix 3, 2, 1. About the same thing too. Snapchat 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Let's go and do Snake vs. Blocks 3, 2, 1. And I remember when the Tensor G1 chipset came out, I kind of thought it was going to be this big, massive difference. It really wasn't. I think more recently there's been some more changes now that more applications are taking use of that Tensor chipset. But I definitely do think Google still needs to improve it just a little bit. Hopefully it does end up being more improved in the future. But again, what are we going to do? We have to kind of wait it out. Subway Surfers 3, 2, 1. And what I can probably tell you from these types of comparisons is that for the most part, you're probably going to be getting very similar type of experience on both. Potentially, like more so than not, the Google Pixel 7 is going to be the slower one more times than not. But again, we're just going to have to kind of wait and see what happens in the future. So as of right now, I'll probably tell you the Pixel 8 is the faster one. Only slightly though. The Pixel 7 I think is still doing a really good job for the most part. Now it's starting to show some bigger differences. Even then closing out of the application was smoother on the Pixel 8. So overall I'd probably tell you the Pixel 8 is the faster one when it definitely comes down to it. Now in terms of the performance and that camera side,